gym creatures. Let me ask you something. You spend 4, 5, 6 days a week beating your joints into the ground, and then you wonder why your knees sound like a bag of gravel by Thursday? What if I told you the single best thing you could do for those joints is the one thing you've been avoiding? Water. I'm talking about swimming, laps, and no, not as a punishment, as a weapon. Now I know what you're thinking. Squidius, I lift heavy things, I don't do cardio for fish. But hear me out, because I come from the ocean, and I'm telling you, you have been leaving free gains on the table this entire time. And let's just say I have a very personal interest in keeping muscles healthy, attached, and well-preserved. The better your joints, the longer you train. The longer you train, the bigger you get. You see where I'm going with this. By the end of this video, you'll understand exactly why swimming protects your joints, builds work capacity barbells can't touch, and adds years to your lifting career. Stick around, this one's a game changer. Let's start with the problem, because most of you don't even know you have it. Every time you squat, deadlift, press, or run, your joints absorb force. Compressive force. Grinding, repeated, load-bearing force. Your muscles recover in days. Your tendons, ligaments, and cartilage, they recover in weeks, sometimes months. They have terrible blood supply. They are the slowest healing tissue in your beautiful body. So here's the trap. You get stronger faster than your joints can adapt. Your muscles are ready to load 140 kilos, but the cartilage in your knees is still filing paperwork. That gap is where injuries live. And the cruelest part? The standard advice is just rest, sit on the couch, do nothing. But complete rest doesn't strengthen joints. It just stops the damage temporarily. The joint gets weaker, not stronger. What joints actually crave is movement, blood flow, nutrient delivery, load, but the right kind of load. And this is exactly where the water becomes magic. Here's the first big idea: buoyancy. When you're submerged to your chest, the water supports roughly 70 to 80% of your body weight. Your joints carry almost nothing. Think about what that means. You get to move your knees, hips, shoulders, and spine through a full range of motion, pumping blood and nutrients into every joint, without the crushing compression of gravity. It's movement without the grinding. This is why swimming is the rehab gold standard. Injured athletes get back in the pool first, because it's the only place they can train hard while the joint is still healing. You don't have to be injured to steal that benefit. Now the second big idea, and this one's beautiful: resistance. Water is roughly 800 times denser than air. Every single movement you make is pushing against that density. So you get resistance in every direction. No joint jarring impact anywhere. It's accommodating resistance. Push harder, water pushes back harder. Ease off, it eases off. The joint is never overwhelmed. As someone with 8 arms, believe me, I understand pushing against water more intimately than any creature alive. Every limb, every cup, fighting that drag. It's why I'm built like this, and you're not. Yet. Third idea, work capacity. This is the one lifters sleep on the hardest. Swimming builds an aerobic engine, a bigger, stronger cardiovascular base, without smashing your legs the way running does. Why does a lifter care about an aerobic engine? Because recovery is aerobic. The faster your heart clears waste and delivers oxygen between sets, the more volume you can handle in a session and across a week. More recovery capacity means more quality training. More quality training means more muscle. Swimming doesn't compete with your gains, it feeds them. Remember that. Fourth, the shoulders and the spine. Lifting tends to pull you forward. Bench, curls, desk life, all of it rounds you up like a question mark. Swimming, especially backstroke and freestyle, drags you the other way. It opens the chest, strengthens the upper back and rotator cuff through a huge range of motion, and decompresses the spine because you're horizontal and weightless. Your shoulders will thank you. So will your deadlift. And here's a quiet one nobody mentions: breathing. Swimming forces rhythmic, controlled breathing under stress. That trains your diaphragm and your CO2 tolerance. And a stronger breath means a stronger brace under a heavy bar. So let's recap the case so far. Buoyancy protects the joints, density loads the muscles safely, the aerobic engine fuels recovery. Posture and breathing carry straight back to the barbell. One activity, all of that. Now, a quick myth I need to crush. Swimming will eat my muscle, it'll make me skinny and weak. No. Swimming a few moderate sessions a week is not going to catabolize your hard-earned mass. Marathon-level volume on top of a starvation diet? Sure, that's a different story. But 2 to 3 smart swims a week alongside your lifting and your food? You keep every gram, I would know. I keep very close track of muscle mass. Another myth: I can't swim well, so this isn't for me? Wrong. You don't need perfect technique to get the joint and conditioning benefits. You just need to move through water with control. We'll fix that right now. So, let's talk application. How do you actually add this without wrecking your program? Here is exactly how I'd plug swimming into a lifting week. Start with 2 sessions a week, 20 to 30 minutes each. That's it. You are not training for the Olympics, you're training your joints and your engine. Place them on your off days or several hours after a lifting session, not right before you squat. You want the pool to aid recovery, not pre-fatigue you under the bar. If you're a beginner swimmer, don't even worry about laps yet. Do intervals, swim one length however you can, rest at the wall for 30 seconds, repeat. 10 rounds of that and you've done real work. Can't swim a stroke at all? Use a kickboard and just kick. Or do pool walking and water jogging in the shallow end. The joints don't care if it looks pretty. They care that you're moving under buoyant resistance. Once you're comfortable, build toward continuous laps. Mix strokes, freestyle for the engine, backstroke for posture, breaststroke when you need a gentler gear. Variety hits the joints from every angle. Track it like you track your lifts, total distance or total time or number of intervals. Try to beat last week, slightly. Progressive overload doesn't stop at the pool's edge. And here's a bonus most people miss. The pool doubles as active recovery. A light, easy swim the day after a brutal leg session pumps blood through sore muscles and gets you walking normal again faster. Flush the soreness out. One warning: chlorine dries your skin and your hair, and pools are humid. Rinse off after, moisturize, stay hydrated. You sweat in water too, you just don't feel it. Small details, but they keep you consistent. So, your homework. This week, find a pool, book 2 sessions, 20 minutes each, intervals if you're new, laps if you're not. That's the whole assignment. Your joints will feel different within a month, I promise you that. Do this consistently, and you stop being the lifter who's always one tweak away from a deload. You become the one who trains hard for decades, while everyone else breaks down. Longevity is the real flex. Let's bring it home. Swimming protects your joints with buoyancy, loads your muscles with density, builds the engine that powers your recovery, fixes your posture, and extends your training life. It is the most underrated tool in your entire program. Add it. Now listen closely, Gains Gang, because this is the part that matters. I just handed you the blueprint to keep your joints healthy and your muscle on your body for years. And that muscle is precious. It needs protecting. In more ways than one. You're subscribed, so you're safe. Your gains stay yours. That's the deal, that's my code, and I keep it. But your gym buddy, the one with the grinding knees, who refuses to swim, who isn't subscribed, who has no idea what visits at 3 a.m., I make no promises about him. Share this video with him. Do it as a kindness for his joints. Do it as a warning for everything else. Either reason works. Now get in the water, my beautiful muscle sacks. I'll see you next time, and maybe sooner.